Natalie. Hey, do you know what is a really excellent way to screw up your ministry? To do everything that I'm about to teach you and doing it without praying. Oh, yes. No, seriously, go pray. Today, I'm going to give you 4 ways that you can discern the core values for your ministry. If you're wondering what those are, we'll put the link below for a connection to a vlog in which we explained what core values are and why they are so important. Today, we're talking about how do you figure those out? And step number 1, prayer. Seriously, ask God, what values do you want to be at the core, at the very heart of this ministry? And we've included a link up above with a worksheet that you can actually walk through with this vlog to help you discern your core values. If that's helpful, excellent, link is there. If not, then let's go. Step number 2, identify a team. Now, if you're founding this ministry, you might not yet have a team, so that's okay. But if you are already in the ministry, go to the people who might already really know some of the values that exist in the ministry. These might be your boss, staff members, volunteers. Give them the worksheet above, have them watch this video, get their input. Now, here's the thing though about input. You need to take 2 steps when identifying your team. Step number 1, I would recommend no more than 3 people who can give that stamp of approval for the 3 to 6 values that you're going to be identifying. These people should be really involved. They should love the mission. They should have an excellent sense of where God is calling them in ministry. But 2, I would go ahead and get the input from all of your volunteers and staff and folks, because for 2 reasons. They might be able to identify some of the cores that already exist. So if you get all this information back, you can go through it and say, wow, everybody said the same thing. That's fantastic. Or 2, if you get a discombobulated mess back from everybody, that actually should be an excellent motivator for defining your core values, because that means communication is extremely poor. It means that everybody has a different sense of what they're doing and why it's important. And you as a leader need to be able to take that and get everybody on the same page. Step number 3, write down every single one of the activities that the ministry is already doing. Why? Because sometimes our actions speak louder about our priorities than our words do. Write down all of your activities and write down what values do these actions represent. Give yourself 2, 3 values per activity, and this is just a brainstorming exercise. It's something to help just give you a little bit of a ground base to identify where are we right now. Not maybe where we want to be, where are we right now? Be honest, write down the good things you're doing, the ugly things, the bad things. Write down the positive values. Maybe also think about writing down some of the negative things. Step number 4, write down 12 values that you believe are the core values of your ministry. If you need help brainstorming these, we have provided in the links below a link to an Ezra Project worksheet where we have given you over 400 words that represent value sets for Catholic or Christian ministries. And do me a favor, all of these values are good values. There are 400 solid values on that worksheet. Don't write them all down. You need to get to the heart of the question. Which ones are truly core for our ministry? Which are the ones that you can live without? Which ones are the ones that you can't live without? I actually have a bonus step for you now. Step number 5, take the 12 values that you've identified and put them up in a public place where you are going to see them every single day, and they are going to bug you. 6 months from now, I want you to go back, look at those values, and ask yourself this question: did we live up to them? And if you did not live up to them, you need to ask yourself 2 questions why. 1, Do these represent your real core values? This whole exercise is completely worthless unless you get your core values right. It's stupid. It's stupid to say, oh, these are our core values, and then not to live up to them. You need to get them right. If you didn't get them right, go back. Be more honest this time about your core desires and values. And two, if you don't live up to those core values, this is actually an excellent opportunity to start asking why. Maybe we need to cut some events. Maybe we need to cut some activities. Maybe we really need to start asking ourselves what our actions are saying about our priorities. And if we really want these values to be our core values, then we need to start making sure that the actions of our ministry reflect them. And that is a hard, difficult process. You might start realizing that this process is going to take months, possibly a couple years. And that's okay. It's okay to be a work in progress. Identifying these core values is going to help you to be more effective in actually accomplishing your real mission. Give yourself permission to take the time to get it right. After about 6 months, if you look at those 12 values and say, yeah, those were pretty good, I challenge you, try to bring them down even more. Try to get down to that 3 to 6 value range. Again, for these 4 reasons. It's going to help you in discernment and direction. It's going to better the communication of your team. You're going to have a much easier time recruiting people because they share your value set. And 4, when difficult times come, when persecution comes, you'll know where you stand and you'll have the backbone to continue your mission in spite of serious obstacles. If you have already identified the core values for your ministry, would you share those below? Comment below, like our Facebook page, subscribe to our YouTube channel. Know that I'm praying for you, and thank you for everything that you're doing. I'll see you next week. Bye.